How many of you guys were here last year? Okay, about 4 of you, that's great. So, I performed here last year. I did a set of like 3 songs. And while the music was real, I wasn't. I was faking it the whole time. That weekend was miserable for me because of one simple fact. I'm gay. This year I wasn't even supposed to be here. I didn't want to be here. I'd had situations happen this summer where people in the church bullied me, rejected me, told me that I couldn't know or love God because of my sexuality. I didn't want to be here. I have given up hanging out at Adventist events because of how I've been treated, for how I look, how I love. So, what happened today, I woke up, I was supposed to work, right? So I put on my shoes, sweatpants, a comfortable shirt, and this jacket and hat because I was going to be driving all day. So I get in the car, I drive to Boston, then I drive to Worcester, then I drive to band practice. So something I should tell you about band practice is that was supposed to happen last week, but things got delayed and it happened this week. Okay, whatever. So I show up to band practice, we have it. One of the girls there mentions God encounters, and I was like, oh yeah, that's happening. I'm not going. And then I'm in the car, right? And I'm driving out, and it's like this person just like, whoa, hold up. And they're like, you need to call Emily. Now, Emily's one of my friends over here, and she had texted me the other day, and she's like, hey, are you going to God Encounters? Because this is the only time I see her. We met at Oshkosh last time, and then we saw each other for the first time in like 3 years last time, and so she was really excited to see me this time. And I was like, no, I'm not going. Dang it. But I'm in the car today, and I'm going, I'm driving by on the way home. I'm 10 minutes away. If by some reason she's there in the next 10 minutes, I can see her. Otherwise, I'm not gonna see her for who knows how long. And I don't call people. Guys, I don't call people. I don't pick up the phone and call someone that I only talk to once a year. And yet I couldn't get rid of the thought, the feeling, I was told, you have to call her. You have to call her. So I'm like, I'm straddling the wheel, it's raining, I have the windshield wipers on, I'm like, Mom, don't hate me. And I'm like, hi. Are you gonna be at God Encounters within like, soon? She's like, I'm 20 minutes away. I'm 10 minutes away. And I went, wow, that's a great coincidence. Cool, I'll just come and I'll see you. But I'm gonna like stay in the parking lot. I'm not coming in because there's so many people I just want to like not have to interact with. And so I get there and I'm sitting in the parking lot waiting for her. And I get this feeling, you need to go inside. You need to talk to these people and you just have to have your conscience cleared. And I'm like, why? Why? No, I don't need to do that. You gotta do it. I was like, fine. So I walk in and I go and I talk with this person. And it was like the biggest weight just came off my chest. It was incredible. I just felt completely at peace. And it was something that I had absolutely no intention or expectation of that happening. I was like, wow, this is great. Just like, I'm glad I was here. And wow, that was so cool. Okay, awesome. So then I'm like ready to leave again. But then Emily's here and I'm like, oh, let's talk, right? So we start talking. And of course we go off the deep end and we start getting into deep stuff. And soon we come to the conversation of, hey, how's your music going? Because I'm a musician, have an album out, working on this next one. And I was like, yeah, this next one's like, whoo, whatever. And she's like, wait, you're not staying? I can't hear it. I said, no, I'm leaving. This is not happening. And then I look around, I'm like, my guitar's in the car. The one time, my guitar's in the car. Not only that, but my pickup for my acoustic guitar that doesn't plug in is in the car. That never happens. And then I'm like, the open mic is happening. No, we're not doing that. What would I even play? Like, last album was, oh, I love Jesus so much, everything's great. Ha! You're gay! You're lying. I'm not playing that album because I'm trying to be authentic. What am I gonna play from this album? It's all depressing. It's really depressing. And then God's just like, I swear, he slapped me. He was like, you're playing that one song. I'm like, it's not even done. He's like, you're playing that song. And I said, no, it's not done. It's way too much. I'm not playing that one song. And he goes, you're playing that one song. I'm like, no, please. So then I'm like, okay. So I go over and I talk to Mark. I'm like, hey, okay, so funny thing, I have a guitar in the car, right? And I have this one song that I kind of want to play for open mic, but it's like, it's really intense. It's not like anti-God, but it's intense. And he's like, you can play whatever you want. I'm like, dang it, you're supposed to say no! And I'm like, oh, okay, why? So then I'm like, okay, so I have to call my mom. You know, mom's gonna be like, no, you shouldn't do that, that's dumb. Why are you doing that? No! And I start crying. I stood outside, walking up and down, that actually, right there, up and down for 50 minutes, sobbing, because I knew I was supposed to play this one song tonight, and I was looking for any excuse to not. And I'm just sobbing, like, Mom, no, I can't do this. She's like, yeah, you have to do this. Like, no, please don't. And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out any way to not. I'm like, I can just drive home. Like, no, you can't. No, you can't. So then I get in the car, and I'm just talking to my mom, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do it, right? And then I'm like, oh, well, we have a few hours, you know, it's like 4 or 5 o'clock. This is not happening for a while. I can leave, I can go home, I can take a shower, get out of these sweaty, gross clothes, because when I perform, I like looking like a performer, obviously, right? So you're distracted by how I look and not how I sound, right? So I go to grab the key and something tells me, if you put that key in the ignition, it's not going to start. It was that strong, like, no, you're supposed to be here in this, doing that, without being able to go home, change, practice anything. Wow, thanks a lot. You didn't make this any easier for me at all, right? So then I'm like, I don't have my music. It's 3 pages long. It's sitting, Mom thought this was funny. It's sitting on a piece, no, it fell behind my desk, laying down there, and I was too lazy to pick it up. I was like, Mom, it's over there, yeah, if you look and then you reach back, yeah, there it is, okay, cool. Could you send me a photo of it? So then I sat for like 2 hours, and I had to hand write everything out. I hate myself for writing music this long. Oh yeah, on the back of other music that I, for once, decided to bring to band practice. With my pen, that I didn't need, but it was in my pocket. So, this song, yeah, I'm supposed to play you guys this song. Yeah, so I'm gonna play it for you. No, one more thing. Another reason I was complaining, this song isn't complete. It's complete as in it's written, but I never play songs or perform songs that I haven't practiced for like 3 months. I wrote this 2 weeks ago. I was raised a 4th-generation Christian kid, and yet I still feel like a stranger when I walk in. I feel like an outsider, an enemy, an intruder in your house, and I feel so free the moment I step out. When I was a kid, I thought everyone I met at church was loving, but the moment I was different, all they were doing was judging. So I tried to show them that I loved God just like the rest, but my colors meant more to those loving hypocrites. Oh, by the way, this song is called This Open Letter, just so you know. Alright, I can't say. Can you move your hand? There we go. I sat silent while 4 pastors bullied me and told me I could never love God because of the cancer inside of me. So I ran away and sobbed, curled up in a ball, and pleaded with God to reassure me that my relationship with Him was genuine. And then to top it off, I was bullied for not going back to those meetings. So then I tried to go back, but again was attacked because apparently my character was no longer intact and all of my core values were ignored when the fact of my sexuality came to the surface. Said I was the issue, so they wanted to understand me. Yeah, so they could understand this problem and fix this disease. I felt like a zombie, like they wanted to capture me and put me in a tube, dissect me and study me so they could fix this huge issue. That's just my story. I could go on about my friends, how they're told to suck it up and trust in God when they're depressed, how they're not allowed to make mistakes, how they've been shamed for being raped, and how when they go up to church, they only feel like they're out of place. How they're hiding who they really are because you just call them abominations. How they have to leave in order to stay safe because you don't offer them salvation. Us. Now can you understand why we're leaving? You've told us we're not welcome. You showed us that we're not loved. You made it very clear that if we don't conform, you don't want us. But now it's my turn to tell you that you're wrong. We don't need you for us to know and love God. So shut up for once and listen to my words in this open letter to the church. A safe place of healing, but instead you closed yourselves off from the world and wouldn't let the sick in. So you became infested with all your own diseases, but convinced yourselves that you were well because how can anyone be sick if you live inside a hospital? You poisoned the minds of all your children and told them to be scared of the outside world, to only trust the words that are spoken behind your closed and locked doors, to never question anything or wonder if you're wrong, to only read the same old books and sing the ancient psalms. You're a slave to your traditions, so trapped in your religion that you ignore the message of the one that you claim to love. You're so focused on perfection that no one can be authentic, because if they aren't flawless, then of course they don't know and love God. You're so scared to be tainted by the colors of someone different that you set up stupid standards to make sure everyone's filtered. Made us so empty and so dry that we get nothing. So we have to leave in order to get filled. But then you look up and complain when you see that we're not sitting in your pews. You are so broken and so messed up, and you tell me I'm so wrong. Well, at least I admit to it and try not to ignore when I've got a problem. Take a look at what you're teaching. Take a look at what you're preaching. Take a look at what you do to us. Now can you understand why we're leaving? You've told us we're not welcome. You showed us that we're not loved. You made it very clear that if we don't conform, you don't want us. But now it's my time to tell you that you're wrong, that we don't need you for us to know and love God. So shut up for once and listen to my words in this open letter to the church. All you've ever done to them is push them away and tell them they're never going to be saved. And to all of my friends who have been assaulted, you blame them and tell them that it was the clothes they were wearing. Because you're so hung up on having sex outside of marriage that you shame them before you ever ask them what happened. Like really, are you so hung up with rules that you forgot what love is? You'd rather point out all the wrongs than show them any compassion. So focused on being right that you turn away the children who just want to be near the one who can actually show them what love is. Don't you remember? Jesus gave up his life for everyone, not just the straight virgins who don't show their collarbones off. And yet you seem to have forgotten this and made up your own rules. Well, I've had enough. shut up for once and listen to my words in this open letter to the church.